Mr. Ton and his wife live in the Luc Nam district in Vietnam. He is the tax officer of his local community, and they have a thriving farm that provides for them and supports their two sons in their education at high school and university. But his life hasn't always looked like this. He graduated in 1990 with some accounting training, but the school he attended was not accredited, so he was unable to find a job. Without a job, he was unable to provide for his family locally. He left to find work as a manual laborer. He tried this for a few years, but wasn't able to save any extra money, so he decided to come back to his farm so he could be close to his family. Ton owned 10 chickens, but they were so often sick and dying that he was afraid to try and raise more. He grew rice and a few other crops, but didn't know the best way to get higher yields. The family was barely getting by. Ton's family was registered with the local government as being under the poverty level, which meant that the family income was under $15 per month. In 2008, YWAM Vietnam started a program aimed at reducing poverty and providing opportunity to farmers in Ton's community. Ton was invited to join the program because of his family's lack of income. He chose to give it a try, hoping to provide a better life for his family. Later that year, Ton received training in microloan management, techniques for raising pigs, chickens, and cows, as well as training on how to improve crop production. In 2009, as part of the program, he received his first microloan for $100, which he used to buy 100 chickens. The loan was for 4 months with a 1.5% per month interest rate. In 4 months, he was able to sell the chickens for a profit and repay his loan. He took out another loan, this time for $150, and invested it in another batch of chickens. 4 months later, he was able to sell the chickens for a profit and repay his loan again. Then he increased his microloan to $250 for chickens and was again successful. After 3 successful projects, he was no longer afraid to raise chickens and was gaining a lot of confidence as a farmer. In 2010, after 4 rounds of chickens, he discovered ducks were more profitable and took out a loan for $500 to invest in ducks. After he repaid this loan, he had gained enough capital that he no longer qualified for or needed the microloan program, because his family was now comfortably above the poverty line. Mr. Ton also benefited from the cow bank. In 2009, when he started investing in chickens, he also received a calf from the cow bank. He raised it and gave the first female calf back to the cow bank in 2011. Since that time, the cow has had 4 more calves that Mr. Ton has been able to sell for additional capital and income for his family. Mr. Ton's story does not end there. When he started with the program in 2009, he was very shy and very self-conscious about his abilities to farm and take care of his family. Getting training in loans and farming helped him be successful. His neighbors started coming to him for help with their farms. In 2011, only 2 years after he partnered with YWAM Vietnam and started receiving training and opportunity, he was selected to be the assistant administrator of his community. The following year, 2012, he was selected to be the tax officer as well. Now he has completed his 5-year term as the assistant administrator and is continuing in his role as tax officer.
Từ khi tham gia dự án thì gia đình tôi đã được mở mang nhiều về kỹ thuật chăn nuôi và trồng trọt qua những buổi tập huấn của tổ chức YWAM. Nay gia đình tôi đã đầu tư và phát triển kinh tế tốt hơn. Tương lai gia đình sẽ mạnh dạn đầu tư nhiều hơn nữa về chăn nuôi và trồng trọt để kinh tế gia đình được thay đổi.
Mr. Ton is an example of the success stories we are seeing. Many families are trapped in poverty and are looking for a chance to work their way out. Programs that just include microloans or just include individual trainings can sometimes hurt these families and leave them further in debt. YWAM Vietnam works through partnerships in the community to provide opportunity as well as the training and support needed to help these families leave poverty behind for good.